We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only the Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner. But this...
It looks like you've realized...
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Aglaia will surely take back Circe's core flame. But with Anax's current condition... It's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at...
You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect toward the Council of Elders?
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has...
I have a better understanding of the full...
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaia and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help...
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. You and Mem are tied up with Ornyx's trial, and while I'm preparing to visit...
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Ornyx will show more benevolence and be more Go and rest, and regain your Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about...
Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an Eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional. We've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Amphoreus.
Esteemed one, Ornyx's vacant tomb. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphoreus,
Little Gray, your resolves cannot... Get ready to assume... The divine position of Ornyx has already been vacant. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completes. The 8th core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Vale of Evernight, Ornyx. It shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the Chrysos heirs. A traveler who is upright and courageous. Who? Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with
O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the we seek your divinity. To mend the rift, fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing.
I don't think I have gold blood.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus. and surrender the core flame. Orynyx, there's...
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood. So, let's just leave...
Don't worry, you're tougher than I am, right?
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed. While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaia.
Speak. I'm listening.
Slap, slap, wake up! How is it? How do you feel? Right? I think that it's amazing, too! Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice! It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan.
Mother, it hurts. Have I finally reached the end?
Orynyx. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting. We are going to help alleviate...
Memories. Broken. Mother. Where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
You. It's you. Skyfather. Mother is calling for you. Mother. Something important.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphoreus. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, there's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have...
You have potential, willpower, powerful, and tenacious, but just
lacking something.
is a future.
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from the Sky Father. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you cross the sky, right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
The space. Someone must. If the pillar is lost, Amphoreus. Time never forgives. Child of humanity. Time.
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating?
Pathstrider of remembrance. The fate of the go and find. Even if that means you'll have to challenge that hand of shadow, clasped with unyielding fingers.
You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Ornyx... Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They're still... For you to be able to say that even now, there's something... When we landed on Amphoreus, our car was pierced by Nicodor's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss, you passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before Actually, my account kind of made light. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then, I was also hit by a falling rock and lost consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. But when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy. So, I never... I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter. But according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now. Just like those objects of the past and the miracles of Ornyx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth... It's not time for us to despair yet. Ornyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that
Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosairs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
These are disappearing.
Miss, I'm right here. Please stay there. Just as I expected. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from— I'm sorry. I should have noticed. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I'm just thinking. If your soul has really left your body—
Cass! Did you—
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way I seem to have caught a glimpse of something, but perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. Clues. Just a few more. The connection has been severed. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know Amphoreus needs you. Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help.
Lucy's heart disappearing.
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you don't. Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, however, I never expected that.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akuma for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any
Many have had this idea, but so far, there have been no results. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up, Cypher. If anyone, I'll try and get her to return to Akuma. But do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the it is my duty. But before that,
What's wrong, Aglaya?
omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated
In the end,
I earnestly hope that your assessment otherwise. The efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphoreus are—
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps...
Tell me, which Titan reigns over—
Hand of Shadow then. Could this...
Not— Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream to—
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion. Titan rejects you. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled finger. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of I can hear it. I hear it. Deep within the tides. Beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice.
Child of humanity, is it death's embrace you yearn? Oh, you have awoken. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like—
How much longer can my consciousness remain?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hour.
50.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a single. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go.
Let me ask you one more question.
What betrayal is there to speak?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so
There will be a price to pay for blind faith.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
sorry to keep you waiting. Look, it's been a while, Lord Anaxagoras. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima, and express my deepest regret about what happened.
It's you. I never expected that you...
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever...
I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves. You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls. Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words.
May I interpret?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would... She's been waiting. Is there...
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titan.
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is...
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspective.
Could you...
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali...
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world...
In that case, the
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them Please, Professor.
children of humanity have
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the art.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. Soldier, in the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods.
As you wish. Your cooperation is...
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one.
Save your concerns. I know.
I shall depart to Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here.
Off you go. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should have...
Be aware.
Hard work pays off. Professor Anaxa! Over here! Oh, free stuff. Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
You could say it's the fates toying.
It's only the Cremnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line. Even with the demigod of strife standing alongside...
Tell me, how much does...
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their...
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your...
Being an opportunist could...
Shouldn't you be searching for...
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, Why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just
I'm afraid you'll be so...
Ooh, free stuff.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
work pays off.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide.
As Kefali's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of...
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower, as I see it, a dead Titan, can't provide you with this level of...
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kynus is, I shall let that slide for now.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Kynus is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this...
Oh my. What if...
Are you praising...
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the god of deliverance.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave.
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Oh, my.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the...
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was...
This mural...
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the reason Titan has studied...
Of course I find such style... For all we know, this could be the answer.
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were...
Since you are aware of this...
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to...
I'll do too.
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawn Cloud this time is not... What, then, is the...
The entire plan is stored in my memory.
Oh my. Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling.
Since this is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that...
So there are other members in your family, eh?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? It won't take long. You'll discover the answer.
Oh, the Black Tide is every...
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali.
This...
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thelesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of...
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order...
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able...
Calm down, T. She's still not in the mortal realm. It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one, never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have...
Since I was able to see her one last time. You're right, teacher.
I am sincerely glad... Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their...
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the... I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than... I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact...
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all...
Unfortunately, even if I...
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom?
Child of humanity, remember this.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical...
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival, so please depart forthwith.
Carefully. The one who... If you truly...
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people...
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with...
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives, neither of which can coexist with the other.
What radical thinking. I guess this is why the children of humanity always squabble with each other.
How boring.
You seem to be avoiding that gold lever person. Why don't you address her face to face?
I have nothing to talk about with her. Since you're in my brain, you can look for the reason yourself.
Oh, the leader of the Flame Chase journey and a demigod of Nestia.
You're really searching through my brain. What are you treating it as? Some sort of toy?
Regardless, you think quite highly of her, no?
That's because I'm a teacher who grades everyone fairly.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Lord Anaxagoras, head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's corpse. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, but then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine... And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for...
Everyone, stand.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is...
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish...
So...
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so intent. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given...
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribed to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have support.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence?
Using death to prove myself.
What strong conviction you have. As expected of the hero.
As expected.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well.
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, you're well aware how valuable Circe's core flame will be in the era. Talk is cheap, so you...
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchange. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we'll... Continuing from the earlier topic, she is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the court. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here?
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama, Aglaya had already has compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results. If you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more?
At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed. Come tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemy?
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate, the Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya. At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time.
In the name of Kefali, Akama, at this stage, the Council of Elders has vowed. To all citizens of Akama that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord... How?
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty...
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. As the Theoros, I have observed the following.
Oh.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand...
You can do as she says, and tell her that the Council of... However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death.
Oh?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. And if Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter... Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people, and karma will be on your tail. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the truth.
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going out?
Dying to know.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and...
Easy there. I didn't bring it up with her. purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I... The true masters of Dawncloud have always been...
Want to take some pictures?
Unexpected. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate. I have no reason to.
You may not, but kindness has. Whoever gets hold, she's wary of me. So naturally, I had to gain her trust. I would say that...
In my view, this individual has gone to great... Are you still willing?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefale's transcendent vessel.
How...
It is truly... Please, go ahead. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefale once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain.
Go on ahead. Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long...
I have to admit, I never expected you to not...
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman, I believe Kefale will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of Putting it it is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world which...
Honestly, this is my...
What a splendid view.
Well, I don't see how this place is different. And even though I've come this far,
I must be getting ahead of myself to be
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time? All right, we're just a short hike away from...
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphoreus gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight.
Why? I know how far I can...
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more.
Wait. Hey.
Huh?
Do we even get to see...
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias?
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten...
Hey, Cersei's.
Naias? No, not...
I just saw him.
No, I...
This is a departed spirit.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply? Seems like the price of becoming a demigod.
Kaos. I've never heard of this person.
Look on the bright side, Naias. Since we've come all this way.
Let's just hope we mean as much as the...
Hey! Are you seeing that same...
Yes. It's still you and Naias, but...
Kaos?
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If the souls...
What? But...
Beats me. For all, let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights.
Know your limits. Wander too far...
I'm fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing. So, we meet again.
If I knew we had to climb...
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphoreus does...
Keep your sarcasm to... I would sooner throw myself off... I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all.
Calypso? No, she can't be. Hey, Cersei's. Daggone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
I'm fortunate.
Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too? Not too shabby. Useful for alchemy. We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan much. Very well then. So, back here again. I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. Behind the closed door. This time,
Since we've come this far,
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
yes, and
Regrettably, he has the worst case scenario is that he's already been over.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still... And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up.
that reminds me. Why are you...
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos.
everything that I see and hear this time, what may seem like a mundane conversation, is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer. But no, I will, because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan, is not a ludicrous idea after all.
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this towering tree is Cersei's divine body.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Merely some...
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Cersei's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cersei's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects you get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphoreus...
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on it's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaya needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the
Yeah, in any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover...
What about you?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard?
The silence in here. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my... Nobody could have ever imagined that her life... I should have done more to keep her safe. But it's not too late. We still have a fight. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. The clock is ticking. The night sky feels unusual, now that I've gotten used to the eternal light of Akama. These are the remains of a black... What's that underneath it? As I expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey... Huh? That's Hyacinth. Why is she surrounded by so many monsters?
Really now? This is... or you could...
I can't tell if you're serious or not. But...
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's...
We can do it!
Have some sunshine!
Mimi! Mimi!
Your time to shine. Rise and shine. Don't worry, night falls. Good night.
May this dispel the gloom, restore the skies.
Next time it rains, I'll be there, umbrella in hand. Till we meet again.
This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters.
The black tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphoreus. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
Anaxagoras. He's the...
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky.
Finan said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
I picked up a scroll on my way here too. It looks...
Oh? Let me have... By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of 2 conversations that took place in the same setting.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove.
Sure, go ahead. Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the sky ship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the sky ship represented the first step toward breaking free. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila...
Don't worry about it. We'll just... There's something else that's caught my attention, though. This says that Anaxa is conducting secret...
That's what I'd like to know. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove? This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also... We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a...
That doesn't seem like...
Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny.
Well, if you don't mind.
Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos. So there are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the text we need?
Agreed. This place is... there are still several more scrolls strewn all over the place. This is... about Anaxa.
Ugh, it's so dusty in here. I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Does Anaxa hold that?
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphoreus? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
An uncanny impersonation.
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so...
am I supposed to... Based on the history of the Flame Chase journey...
Anaxa said the same thing, but needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer. So they felt... You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the...
That's a serious...
Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili. And this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs, who thankfully they had no way to prove it. So it amounted to one by one that he answered. I have never denied that Titans are meant to be...
What he didn't say, that the Titans are not noble, rings louder.
Yes. I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved. But what's for certain, at least, is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove where he continued his research. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the grove. We may find clues. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab.
Given the Grove's meticulous approach to archiving, could there really be such an oversight right under—
It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted with the Grove in this state. I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab.
These trees, they're like a maze.
Why don't we forge?
This is the place. Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all...
No wonder we didn't see any defense mechanisms. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking right as rain, but come out covered in soot. Huh? That... What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in
This journal contains several intriguing... Through alchemy, Anaxa aims to refine the golden blood in the Chrysos heirs to... This must be what he means by close to true purity. But treating both Titan creations and the human body as material...
Danny, look at this. My biggest fear. Anaxa was carrying out
Do you mean he's trying to reconstruct human souls,
Yes. This is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public...
What's wrong?
Do you remember? When the Black Tide was approaching, the Grove had planned to send Cersei's core flame to a safe place.
But Cersei took over his body and resurrected him, which...
That's right. But what if, Professor...
What do you mean?
Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide...
I'd put my theories to the test.
Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was... to transmute and fuse... Exactly. Use himself with...
Did he succeed?
No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Cersei's would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research?
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like, what? There's only... No.
To conceive an entity of perfection, one must first understand the principles of creation. If he's after Kefali...
Sir, this sky above us, it's not real.
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on.
And they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas.
Oh, why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am...
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
You're right. I shall do just that. Go. Establish. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquered.
Child of you didn't go to such lengths for an audience.
If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom.
Before such power...
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the... They call me a blasphemer, Xerxes. But that, as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh, if power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the...
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans? The source of life is what I wish to grasp. To understand, thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must all... How then is a soul born? That was...
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No. I have already drawn a conclusion. In my...
Professor Anaxa. I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any...
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalence...
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the...
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life.
I see.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and
Before I begin, I must as unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance. The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier.
Professor...
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a...
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event.
Because that wasn't you.
Calypso?
Huh? That's the name I made up on a whim when speaking. And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that...
It seems you've lost even the memories. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls. The living cannot step foot into that world. So who could they be? Think about Calypso. The answer is evident. Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of... Does this answer?
Yes, because you've answered nothing.
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings...
But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually,
you...
Humans cannot return from the... But all we need to do is look at this from a different... If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it.
I have news from Hyacinth and Dan Heng. Anaxa might be trying to do...
Kefali? But what...
That is... He is indeed the great performer. Capable of... No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trick. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty. Till then...
Preposterous! The Christos only have the stench.
Oh, wow.
It's been a while. What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord...
It has indeed been some time, Lord Krateros. What...
Shh! Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous... I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low.
My bad.
Did you hear Thunderclap? Hacker, what?
She's been through a lot lately. Please pardon her. Can you tell us more about these thunderclaps?
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from—
You have my gratitude.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps undercover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the Council.
That's her. We should get back.
By Catholic into Lenten above, as the Theoros, I have observed.
Aglaya!
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but...
What?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long, that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, this has come a lot sooner than I expected. But... perhaps it is tough.
Yes?
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. There is no glory in winning this debate. But that makes...
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphoreus was home to nearly... Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kethali's protection. All of us have long... We didn't have a choice in the past, but now... the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have... Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova? Or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Now, which of the two would lead?
Era Nova is a path of salvation the gods promised. We should not have doubts in the Flame Chase journey.
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kynus. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council...
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia... Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess. With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you...
Aren't they Chrysos heirs?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir.
Era...
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries.
Tell me, dear, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame, what...
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphoreus back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the flame chase journey.
He's one of the 7 sages.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide...
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council. Tell me, dear citizens,
If we eliminate death, citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now?
After the destruction...
This is bad.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've...
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this. For Castorus, I don't...
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally met. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Era Chrysia will
With the balance, Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the system.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya. What has caused your heart to soften?
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the flame...
Well,